Crime without punishment, that in a second. But please, donate, subscribe, become a member, keep us on. Mark Milke is the president of the Aristotle Foundation from the West, covers East and West and all the hard issues. Welcome to the show, and tell me about crime without punishment. And as we were just talking about the fact that in Kelowna, BC, approximately 1,500 police files last year, and they were caused by 15 people. Well, here in Regina, they say that most of the crime is by 10% of the people. Like, why are we doing that? Why do we tolerate that in Canada?
Well, because I think people don't necessarily think about the consequences. If you're a judge or a politician, with due respect to your past political career involvement,
I'm still a lawyer.
I think that you can make decisions as a judge or a politician which don't impact you because you live in the nice neighborhoods. So, but my 70-something parents,
yes,
about 15 years ago, I'm in their place in Kelowna, in kind of a blue-collar part of town, and I'm looking out in the front lawn, and the neighbor, there's a truck there with a lady shooting up on heroin in the truck next door, in the parking lot next door to my parents' place, and they're in the mid-70s at this point, 15 years ago. And I'm thinking, why do they, this used to be only East Vancouver, downtown east side of Vancouver. And the drug problem metastasized precisely because of this permissiveness. And I think politicians and judges who think, oh, we'll give them one more chance. I'm like, listen, maybe if they've had 3 chances, 5 chances, and they
15 chances, 20 chances, or cases.
Maybe they ought to be in rehabilitation permanently.
Why is that still going on then? When they let them out in the street, more crime.
You know what it is? I think some people are so loath to hold people responsible for their choices. They think everybody's a victim, that the problem is society. And it's like, no, you still have to be responsible for your own choices. And it's actually kind of condescending that a grown adult isn't made responsible for their choices. At least, maybe you don't 3 strikes are out, maybe 4 strikes is but the notion.
20, yeah. Or in the States, in Carolina, where the man just turned around and stabbed a woman to death. Yeah. From Ukraine, and the city mayor is saying, oh, we must be compassionate. Yeah. Well, compassion doesn't equate to permissiveness.
No, well, I think they make the mistake also of saying this person has had a tough time in life, and maybe they did, but then very few people...
I've had some tough times, I'm sure you have.
Yeah, very few people, if you go back far enough, themselves or their families haven't had a tough time.
Yes.
So at what point do you say, that's not a good enough excuse for shooting up on the street, for robbing people, for being responsible for...
You answer the question then. I'm putting you on the spot. What point? I mean, why are we so permissive in Canada?
Well, I don't think the public is, but I think they've got no way of impacting the political system. And until people are mad as you know what, and it becomes the election issue, I don't think things change. Also, unlike, say, the United States or Switzerland, where you can recall a politician or have a referendum on an issue, think about it. There's no feedback loop. You have to wait 4 years, and by then, maybe the issue is about something else. And so there's not really a pressure point for politicians on this issue until the news gets really bad and maybe an opposition politician makes it an issue.
And then the top boils off and we're on to it. Very observant. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
3 minutes. Thank you for watching another analysis of the issues that impact Canada. Trudeau is gone. We have to rebuild the country. We need independent analysis. We need debate. We need thought. So please keep us on the air. Subscribe, donate, become a member, because God knows Canada needs rebuilding.